I was so struck by the strapline on the website. UFM Worldwide exists to support churches in making disciples of all nations. That's such an unusual emphasis for a sending agency. And that working cross-culturally starts with the local church. So we would very much agree with that, but I wonder if you could just unpack it more, the emphasis that UFM has there.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I guess over the years, perhaps in some agencies, there's been a danger that agencies take on responsibilities and privileges that belong primarily to local churches, and there are all sorts of reasons why that's happened. Sometimes for understandable reasons, maybe churches have, for different reasons, have been slow to take up that responsibility and privilege. But I guess, as we look at the teaching of the New Testament, we see lots of examples of churches sending people in mission, and the kind of central place of the local church in identifying and training and sending and supporting workers for cross-cultural mission. You see that in all sorts of different churches across the New Testament. And I think that's such a...
Examples, sorry.
So, I mean, for example, so I guess the classic example would be Acts 13. You see Paul and Barnabas being set apart by the church. The Holy Spirit calls them into mission, and the church don't just send them, but they receive them back at the end of their journey. But it's not just the classic example of Acts 13. We look at passages like Romans 15, famous for, Paul talking about wanting to go to the regions beyond and to preach the gospel where Christ is not yet known. Yet in that same chapter, Romans 15, there's a huge emphasis on Paul's great desire that the church in Rome would send him on his way there. And the idea that he wouldn't be able to continue to those regions beyond, were it not, humanly speaking, for the support and encouragement and prayer of local churches. Go to places like 3 John, and there's that wonderful phrase about being sent in a manner worthy of the Lord, or in a manner that honors the Lord. And so you look at all those sorts of examples about the church's sending. And I think as well, when you think about what's the role of church leaders when it comes to identifying people who might be suitable for mission service. I mean, it's a bit of a caricature, but sometimes in mission world, there's a danger that someone keen about mission will meet with a mission rep who they don't know very well, really. And, this wouldn't happen normally, but an extreme example, the rep could reel out, here are 5 examples of places you could go and serve on our teams with our organization. Which one looks the best? And they get it all lined up, and then maybe the church is told at the end of the process. And that seems really topsy-turvy to me, that God has given church leaders as a gift to the church, Ephesians 4. And one of the things they're responsible for is to equip God's people for works of service. And so just in the sense that that's applicable in our home context, surely that's applicable also for identifying those who might be gifted for cross-cultural ministry. So there are a few things to do with the really central place of the local church in mission sending, I would say.